no other worldview gives us dignity the way that the Christian worldview gives us dignity, because if in fact we are made in the image of God, it means that we are valuable because He is valuable. What is going on, you guys? Today we're talking about Psalm 8. I'm going to be reading out of the ESV. This psalm is called "How Majestic is Your Name." O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. Out of the mouth of babies and infants, you have established strength because of your foes, to still the enemy and the avenger. When I look at your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars which you have set in place, what is man that you are mindful of him, and the son of man that you care for him? Yet you have made him a little lower than heavenly beings, and crowned him with glory and honor. You have given him dominion over the works of your hands. You have put all things under his feet, all sheep and oxen, and also the beasts of the field, the birds of the heavens and the fish of the sea, whatever passes along the paths of the seas. O Lord, our Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. Now, this psalm right here is a really short psalm, but you've probably heard one of the verses in here where it says, "What is man that you are mindful of him?" And that's always struck me as super important, because it just shows the dignity that we have as human beings. And no other worldview gives us dignity the way that the Christian worldview gives us dignity, because if in fact we are made in the image of God, it means that we are valuable because He is valuable. And the fact that He cares for us, as small as we are and how vast the universe is, it just shows the love of God towards each individual person. He also says in that verse that He's made us lower than the angels. Well, something about angels is really important, because angels do not get grace and mercy. If you know anything about Christian doctrine, it teaches that a third of the angels went to hell for disobeying God, along with Satan. And so these beings, these heavenly beings, are there to minister to us. In the New Testament, it speaks to that the angels are there but to be ministering spirits, and that's it. So human beings being made a little bit lower than that, the only difference is that we have this flesh on. And this is in verse 5, the second part of that verse, and crowned him with glory and honor. Human beings with glory and honor? How does that make sense? Well, the reason why it makes sense is because the image of God, the imago Dei, that is who we are. We have dominion over the earth. And that's what it says in verse 6. You have given him dominion over the works of your hands. So David is thanking God for his elevated status in creation. Human beings are not like animals. Human beings are above animals. And we sure as heck can act like animals at different points in time. But we are not that. We are something different, distinctly different. And God has given us dominion over the earth to care for it, and also to steward it, to basically use it for our flourishing. So this psalm is really interesting because it elevates humanity and gives humanity dignity, which is not found in other worldviews. So this psalm is just a really short psalm that speaks to those things. I wanted to just share this with you today because I was blessed by it this morning when I read it. Make sure you read this in a few different translations. I just read it out of the ESV, but we're going to continue in the Psalms moving forward, and I'll see you guys at the next one.